Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got game number 2 of this 1978 Pirates versus Braves series. Leading off for the Pirates, playing shortstop is Travis. Batting second, playing second's Gardner. Batting third, playing right field is Parker. Batting fourth, playing left field is Robinson. Batting fifth, playing third base is Stenton. Batting sixth, playing first base is Sanguian. Batting seventh, playing center field is Breyer. And batting eighth, doing the catching is Dyer. And on the mound, the Candyman, John Candelaria, batting ninth. And for the hometown Atlanta Braves, you got leading off, playing second base is Royster. Batting second, playing center field is Bunnell. Batting third, playing right field is Matthews. Batting fourth, playing left field is Burris. Batting fifth, playing first base is Gaston. Batting sixth, doing the catching is Murphy. Batting seventh, playing third base is Horner. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Cheney. And on the mound, batting ninth is Mickey Mahler. Let's get down here to the field, get this game started. Travis is up, leading off here for the Pirates, batting .282 with no homers and 20 RBIs. This is Mickey's fifth start. He is 0-4 on the year with a 6.10 ERA, his 15th game. And here's the pitch to Frank. That's going to be a fly ball out to Bobby in center. And that'll be out number 1. And Gardner comes to the plate. Gardner's batting .234 with 2 homers and 21 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Royster. And quickly 2 outs here in the top of the first. And the Cobra comes to the plate. Parker's batting .316 with 7 homers and 32 RBIs. And that's going to be another ground ball down the second. 1, 2, 3 goes the Pirates. Pirates nothing. Braves coming to the plate with Royster. But now, and Matthews, and Royster's batting .280 on the year, no homers and 16 RBIs. And this is the Candyman's 15th start. He's 4-7 with a 3.06 ERA. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Candyman strikes out Royster for out number 1. And Barry Bunnell's up. Barry batting .236 with no homers and 2 RBIs. Sorry, 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Parker in right field. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Matthews comes up. And the Sarge is batting .224 with 2 homers and 14 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this, drives that ball out there in right field. And that's up against the wall, and that's going to be a 2-out double. That brings up Jeff Burris now with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. And Jeff's batting .330 on the year with 9 homers and 38 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Candyman strikes him out. The Braves strand 1 to the top of the second we go. Still no score. You got Robinson due up, followed by Stetton and Sanguian. And you see the Pirates got one more game here against Atlanta. Then they go home to take on the Cubbies. And then New York Mets. They travel up to New York to take on the Mets. And Robinson is batting .244 with 1 homer and 26 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. 25 and a 5. And that's going to be fielding column 3. And that's going to be an error as Murph can't handle it. That'll be an E2. Robinson gets a board here. And an error by Murph. Leadoff batter aboard, and Rennie's up, batting .197 with a homer and 14 RBIs. And they're going to do a little hit and run here. And we drop the dice. official game. 26 down to second. 31 and a 7. That'll be fielding column 2. And they'll get the batter out at first with the runner in motion. They can't. Robinson will get down to second. Manny ends up with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. And Manny's batting .423 on the year with a homer and 14 RBI. And that's going to be the pitcher. That's going to pick him off. They picked him off at second, folks. How about that? Pick off. Erases the runner. Now there's 2 down, nobody on, and Manny at the plate. Here's the pitch to Manny. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Matthews, and that'll end the inning. So the double goes nowhere. Well, it wasn't a double. It was a single. And now you got Cito, Gaston do up Murphy and Horner. And Gaston's batting .169, 2 homers and 4 RBI. That's going to be a base on ball, so the Braves get the leadoff batter aboard here. And the mighty Murph comes to the plate. And Murphy's batting .216 with 12 homers and 25 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center. That'll be out number 1. Bob Horner, who was just called up yesterday. And he's batting .250 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. He was 1 for 4 in his first game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Parker. So now there's 2 outs and the runner's still down there at first. Bill Cheney do something about it. Cheney's batting .219 with a homer and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. He tosses it over to first, and that'll end the inning. So the leadoff walk goes nowhere. And yeah, you got Breyer due up, followed by Dwyer and the Candy Man. Breyer's batting .183 with no homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a chopper again out in front of the plate. And again, Murph's having one hell of a game here, folks. That's going to be another error on Murphy. Back-to-back innings with an error on Murph. Gets the leadoff batter aboard. And Duffy comes up. Dyer is batting .193 with no homers and 7 RBIs. The Braves looking to turn 2 here. And that's going to be a ground ball down to first. And watch that make it through. 55, 2. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Cito can't get to it. And now you got first and second. Nobody out. And the Candy Man's up. And the Candy Man's batting .267 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And they're going to let him swing. There's already a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch to the Candy Man. And that's just what the doctor ordered. That's a ground ball down the short. And that's going to be the old 6-4-3 double play. And the runner will get down the third, but now there's 2 outs. And the Braves get out of this with nobody scoring. Back to the top of the order, and Travis, he's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a pop up down the third. Wait a second, a 31 and a 3. 31, 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Horner's up with it, fires over to first, and that'll do it. So the Braves get out of that mess with nobody scoring. It's still a nothing game as we go to the bottom of the third. Mahler is due up, then Royster and Bunnell. Mickey's batting .143, no homers and no RBI. That's going to be a swing and a miss to Candyman's third strikeout of the game. Jerry Royster comes to the plate now. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Parker. There's quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the third. And can Bunnell do something here? He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Rennie. And the Braves go down in order to the top of the fourth we go. Still no score. You've got Gardner, Parker, and Robinson, the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here. Gardner 0 for 1 today. That's going to be a base hit. So Gardner's aboard. So again, the Pirates get the leadoff batter aboard. And now you got the big boys coming up. Parker, Robinson, and Stenny. Parker is 0 for 1 today. Can the Braves get another ground ball double play? And that's going to be a fly ball out to Bunnell in center. And there's 1 out. And Robinson comes to the plate. And Robinson's 0 for 1. He reached on an error his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Robinson's out. And they're going to have Gardner try to steal second here. Try to get in scoring position for Rennie. And it'll be a 5, a 21. That'll be a 43 or lower. He's safe. And he's barely in there. And Royster's jumping up and down. Says he put the tag on him. But Ump ain't changing his mind. When at 42, he's in there with a stolen base. And now you got a runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he gets a hold of this, Rennie does. And that stolen base is going to pay off. Probably drive in a run. Yep, that's a double. Gardner's going to score easily. Well, wait a second. With an L, he might be hitting a home run. It'll be a 5. Nope, that's going to be a double in the left center. And now they'll score the run, and it's 1-0 Pittsburgh. Manny comes up, a runner still down at second, 2 outs. And Manny's 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. So this time the error cost him. That's going to be a ground ball down the first. Cito tosses it over to Mickey covering, and that'll end the inning. But the RBI double by Rennie makes it 1-0 Pittsburgh. As Ken Castro joins us here. And we got Matthews, Burris, and Cito due up to 3, 4, 5 hitters. And Matthews, he doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Byers center. And that'll be out number 1. Jeff Burris comes up now, and Burris, he struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the Candyman. He picks it up, tosses over to Manny at first. And there's 2 down. Concito gets something going. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play of 40 and 11. That's going to be hit out to left field. Robinson's out there. 34 and a 2 should be fielding column 2. And it is. And that's going to be a single batter to second on throw and out trying for third. What the hell does he think he's doing? He was already in scoring position. So it's a single, an error, and the batter is out trying for third. And that'll end the inning. Braves not doing well in the base running department there. And we go to the top of the 5th, a 1-0 Pirates lead. And Breyer's up, followed by Dyer and the Candyman, the bottom third of the order. Steve's 0 for 1. He did reach on an error. Old Murph had an error. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Horner. And that'll be out number 1. And Dyer comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1, singled his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Burris makes the catch. And there's quickly 2 down. And that brings up the Candyman. He hit into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Mickey strikes him out. Mickey's second strikeout of the game. Pirates go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the 5th, bottom of the 5th, with Murphy, Horner, and Cheney due up. Murph flew out his first time up, 0 for 1. That's going to be a swing and a miss. The Candyman's 4th strikeout of the game. Bob Horner get a 1-out rally going. He's 0 for 1. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. That ball is driven down the third baseline. And that'll be a 1-out double for Horner. Horner with his first extra base hit of the year. And now Cheney's up with a time run down at second. And 1 out. And Cheney's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Candyman strikes him out. So it's going to be up to Mickey to help his own cause here with the runner down there at second. Mickey struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a pop up down to second. Phil Gardner waits for it, makes the catch. Bob Horner gets stranded at second. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still a 1-0 Pirates lead. At the top of the order due up here for Pittsburgh. Travis, Gardner, and Parker. Travis 0 for 2 today. And that's a base on balls. And again, the leadoff batter gets aboard here. And Travis isn't going to waste no time. He's going to try to steal here. That'll be a 20. That'll be a 42 or lower. And he's in there safely with a stolen base. So now you got a runner in scoring position for Phil Gardner. And runner down at second. Nobody out in a 1-0 game. Gardner's 1 for 2. He had a single and a stolen base and came around to score the only run back in the 4th. And that's going to be a 6. That's a single in the center field. And that stolen base might just have paid off. Nobody out. Will they send him home here? That is the question. It'll be a 50. That was an 8 right now. That'll be a 55. I think he's going to score with no throw. And he will. So that's an RBI single by Gardner. And it is now a 2-0 ball game. Still nobody out here in the 6th. And Parker comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Matthews for out number 1. Bill Robinson comes up now. And Bill, he's 0 for 2. He reached on an error and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And that's probably going to make it through for a hit. Casito's not a very good first baseman down there. 43 and a 2. Yep. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. Gardner's going to stop at second. First and second now. Still 1 out. Can they get Rennie here to ground into a double play? He's 1 for 2 with an RBI double in this game. First and second, 1 out. And here's the windup and the pitch. And he gets a hold of this. He's going to try to bust this game open. And that ball is blasted out in right field. It's over Matthews' head. And Rennie's going to run for a while. And that brown-eyed, handsome man has got himself a 2 RBI triple. And just like that, they double their fun, double the pleasure. They double their lead with double mint gum. And Rennie's still down at third, and Manny's up. And they're going to bring the infield in. Manny is 0 for 2. He is flown out and grounded out. It's a 4-0 ball game now. And that's going to be a 41 in the infield. It's probably going to 5, 18. And that's going to be a rare play with a runner down at third on a 41. 21 and a 41. 41. That's hit down to first base. And like we said, Cito's not a good fielding first baseman. And that's going to be a double down the right field foul line. And that'll score Rennie. And just like that, it's now 5-0. And a run down at second. And that's going to be, get the bullpen up. You got the righties coming up now. So let's see here. Dave Campbell's getting up in the bullpen. Steve comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He reached on an error by Murph. One down, a runner down at second. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center. Bunnell makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Dwyer comes up. Dyer is 1 for 2. He's singled in the game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Matthews. That'll end the inning, but the Pirates score 4, bust this game open. It's 5-0 Pittsburgh. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Braves do got the top of the order due up here, and Royster, Bunnell, and Matthews. As you see the team replay comparisons, Pittsburgh's 32 and 27. They've scored 222 runs, won 27 homers, stolen 61 bases, been caught 41 times. And the Braves are 21 and 38. They've scored 220 runs, on 39 homers, stolen 23 bases, and been caught 14 times. Royster's up. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Travis, and that's going to be an E6. And the Braves will take the base runners any way they can get them. Royster's on down at second. And Bunnell's up. And Barry's 0 for 2 today. Can he keep this merry-go-round going? That's going to be a lazy fly ball out the center for out number 1. And now you got the Sarge up. Matthews is 1 for 2 with a double in the game. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Where is this one going to go? Off the righty. That'll be a 17. And that ball is crushed in the left field. And that'll be a double. And let's see if Royster can score from first with 1 out. Robinson's got a good arm out there. And Royster's going to stop at third. So that's a double. Now you got second and third. And 1 out for Jeff Burris. And of course, with a 5-run lead, the Pirates are going to play back. So great a run for an out here. And Burris is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. Royster at third, Matthews at second. Both of them have great speed. Here's the pitch to Burris. And that's going to be a 40 and a team. And that's going to be a rare play. A 64 and a 40. Second and third. And that's going to be hit out to right field. And that's Dave Parker's out there in right field. A 34 and a 3 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's going to be a fly ball. And Royster's going to have to stay put with the missile launcher out there in Parker. So fly ball, the runner's got to stay put. Now there's 2 outs. Runner's still at second and third. And Cito Gaston comes to the plate. Can Cito do something here with 2 outs? Runners in scoring position, trailing by 5. Cito has singled and walked in this game. Having a nice game. But he hits that ball down to Travis. At short. And he fires over to first. And that ends the inning. Braves strand 2. We go to the top of the 7th. It's still a 5-0 ball game. And we'll have, let's see here, that's probably going to be it. We're going to try to get Mickey through this inning. They're going to do a double switch here. Cito's going to come out of the game. And Bunnell's going to come in. Beal's going to come in, rather. Beal's going to come in and bat for Mickey. And Campbell's going to come in and bat in Cito's spot. So we'll have a new first baseman and a new pitcher. So Mickey's day's done. 7 hits, 5 runs. I think only 4 of them was, maybe none of them was earned. Let's look. One of them might have been. Let's look here. All 5 was earned. No way that one was earned. I don't know why that one. But they say all 5 of them was earned. Alrighty, so let's do a double switch here. Dave Campbell will come in. He'll bat in the 5 spot. And Bill will come in and play first and bat in the 9 spot. So this is Campbell's 15th appearance. He's 0-1 with a whopping 10.35 ERA. He's got John Candelaria, Travis, and Gardner due up as Aaron Reed joins us here. Check out his great channel. Candyman's 0 for 2. Check out his last time up. That's a ground ball down to Cheney. And that'll be out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the 7th. Travis comes to the plate. And he is 0 for 2. He has walked, scored, and stolen a base in this game. All that back in the 6th inning, his last time up. And that's going to be against the righty at 8. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. So Travis gets aboard here with a single. And let's see here. Travis is going to take off. Travis is going to try stealing another base here against Murph. And that'll be a 21. And that'll be a 43 or lower. And he's in there with another stolen base. Murph can't throw anybody out today, folks. So Travis is down at second. Gardner's up. 1 out and another run in scoring position. And Gardner is having a nice game. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI. He has stolen a base and came around to score twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. And Travis is going to stay put. Now there's 2 outs. Runner still down at second. And the Cobra's up. And the Cobra's 0 for 3. He has flown out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center. That'll end the inning. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 5-0 Pittsburgh. You got Murphy, Horner, and Cheney due up here in the 7th. The Murph's 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up. Can he get something going here in the 7th? They need to get some runs. They're running out of outs. It's going to be a fly ball out to Bill Robinson. That'll be out number 1. And you can see the Pirates are batting .261 on the year with a .323 on base percentage, slugging .355 with an OPS of .678. The Braves are batting .248 with an on base percentage of .316. They're slugging .342 with an OPS of .658. Horner's up. He's 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Rennie at third. Over to Manny, and there's 2 down. That brings up Cheney now. 2 outs, nobody on. Cheney 0 for 2. Struck out his last time against the Candyman. And that's going to be a 13. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Nice job out there by Steve. Takes a base hit away from Cheney. The Braves go down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the eighth, and it's 5-0 Pirates. And you got Robinson, Stenny, and Manny Seguin up. Bill is 1 for 3. He singled and came around to score his last time up. It's a fly ball out to Burris. That'll be out number 1. And then he comes to the plate. He is 2 for 3. He's doubled, tripled, and driven in 3. Here's the pitch to Rennie. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Campbell strikes him out. That's Campbell's first strikeout of the game. Now there's 2 down, and it's up to Manny. And Manny's 1 for 3 with an RBI double his last time up. And that's a lazy fly ball out to center field. The Pirates go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Braves need to get some runs here. They're down by 5. Beal came in for the double switch. It'll be his first time up, followed by Royster and Bunnell. And Beal's batting .302 on the year with no homers and 4 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Gardner. Easy play. Throws it over to Manny, and there's 1 out. Jerry Royster comes to the plate 0 for 3. He did reach on an error, though, his last time up. That's a ground ball down to Travis. This time he fields it cleanly. Fires over to first. And there's quickly 2 down. And can Bunnell get something going here? He is 0 for 3 today. He has flown out to center, right, and grounded out to third. And that's a lazy fly ball out to left. He's given every outfielder a chance, and they've come through. And that'll do it in the 8th. To the top of the 9th we go. 5-0 Pirates. And you got Steve Breyer up, Dyer, and the Candy Man. And Steve is 0 for 3. Did reach on an error back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Royster. He fields it, throws over to Bob, and that's out number 1. Dyer comes up. Dyer is 1 for 3, singled in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Horner. Quickly 2 up, 2 down here. Can the Candy Man do something here with 2 outs and nobody on, up by 5? He's 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. Dave walks the pitcher. Now you got Travis up with a runner down at first and 2 outs. And Travis is 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball. Maybe not. Yep, that's going to be a ground ball down to Jerry. He fires over to first. And that'll win the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Braves got some work to do. They're down by 5. Candy Man going for the shutout here. Going for the shutout. He's going to have the heart of the lineup due up there. He's going to have Matthews, Burris, and a pitch hitter for Campbell. So Matthews is up. Matthews is 2 for 3. He had a double. He has 2 doubles in the game. Here's the pitch to Matthews. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And Steve's going to make a nice play out there. Takes a hit away from Matthews. And there's 1 down. And Burris comes to the plate. He is 0 for 3. He is struck out, grounded out, and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Candyman's 6th strikeout of the game. And the Braves are down to their last out. I have a pitch hitter here for Campbell. See who's going to come off the bench. We need base runners. So it's going to be, let's see here. Rod Gilbreth is going to come off the bench, try to get on here. Braves down by 5. And the Candyman trying to get a shutout here, a 4-hit shutout. Rod's batting .229 on the year with a homer and 16 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball. Rennie's got it, takes his time, fires over to Manny. And that's your ball game, folks. Pirates win 5-0. And I'm sure the star is the shutout by the Candyman, his first of the year. And the Pirates 5 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. The Braves no runs, 4 hits and 2 errors. Bill Gardner was 2 for 4 today. And you had Rennie 2 for 4. And they was 4 for 11. The Pirates was with runners in scoring position. And they left 5 men on base. And the Sarge was the only one that showed any offense for the Braves. Matthews was 2 for 4. The Braves were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Only left 5 men on. Candyman pitched a hell of a game. He goes to 5-7. 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts in the complete game. Mickey, he drops to 0-5. 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, walked 1, and struck out 2. Dave Campbell comes in, pitches 3 nice innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and struck out 1. Now let's finish up the National League games here on June 17th. And the first one we got is the Cardinals taking on Aaron Reed's Reds. Let's see what happens here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And the Reds win 6-3 on 12 hits and no errors. The Cardinals 3 runs, 9 hits and no errors. And since Aaron's here, let's take a look at the box score. Top of the order did all right for the Cardinals. Templeton and Murphy were 2 for 3 and 2 for 4. And you had Ritz, he was 2 for 4. And Mike Tyson, Cardinals were 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position, left 5 men on base. And Davey Concepcion had a hell of a game. He was 4 for 4 today. And they give the player of the game to Warner. Whatever. I disagree with that, but I didn't watch the game. The Reds were 3 for 13 with runners in scoring position, left 10 men on base. Imagine if they would have done better than that. Could have been a complete blowout. Vukovic goes to 2-1, 6 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 2. Little comes in, 1 inning, 1 hit, throws gas to the fire. 2 runs, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Schultz, he heard nothing, seen nothing, with 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Boham goes to 8-2, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 4. Brummeyer comes in, 1 inning, 2 hits. Tomlin gets 1 inning. And Bear comes in and gets his 11th save of the year. And now you got the Cubbies taking on the Astros in Houston. See if they got a problem in Houston. Joaquin Andahar is on the mound. They might have a problem. Joaquin was one crazy individual. And Houston, probably a walk-off here. Yep, walks it off. Yeah, exactly. I love the Hogan's figure. I see nothing, I hear nothing, nothing, nothing. Astros, 5 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. The Cubbies, 4 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. And now you got the Expos taking on the Dodgers out in L.A. See what happens out here in Dodger land. And the Dodgers beat up on the Expos. 9 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. The Expos 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. The Penguin 3 for 3 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And you got the Ken's Phillies taking on the Padres. Let's see if the Phillies can beat these Padres here in San Diego, Jack Murphy Stadium. And the Padres win a close one. That might have. Oh, Ozzie Smith has been kicking the Phillies' butt. Take a look here at the box score since Ken's here. They won it in the bottom of the 8th. Damn. 6 runs in the second, Ken. We'll have to look here. Damn. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You got that right. So the Padres 10 runs on 14 hits and 1 error. The Phillies 9 runs, 13 hits and no errors. Look at the top of the order there. Martin, Boa, 2 for 4, 2 for 5. Michael Jack Smith, 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs, and they can't win the game, Ken. Ain't that a damn shame? Michael Jack Smith, 4 for 15 with runners in scoring position. Smith had a triple and a homer. Gene Tennis, 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Damn. They were 6 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Yeah, the top of the order as well is right. Gene Tennis had a homer, and they only left 5 men on base. Longberg only goes 2 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, walked 2. Reed comes in 1 inning, 1 hit. Bruce Starr comes in 2 innings, 1 hit. The Tugger comes in 2 innings, 3 hits, and 1 run. And Lurch comes in, blows the save, goes to 8-4, 1 inning, 3 hits, 2 runs. Oklewich, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, only 3 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 5, gave up 2 homers. DeGaseco, 2 in the thirds, 2 hits. He threw gas to the fire. 2 runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Lee comes in a third of an inning. Keening comes in 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, and 1 walk. Rasmussen comes in, gets the win, 1 inning, 1 hit, and 2 strikeouts. And Finger gets his 11th save with 1 inning, 1 hit, and a strikeout. And the last game here on the 17th is the Mets taking on the Giants out in San Francisco. Yeah, it was a frustrating loss. You're exactly right, Ken Buddy. And the Giants win. Is that a walk-off? See what the star is. A walk-off win for the Giants. How many innings did it go? Let's see here. It won 11 innings. The Giants 6 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. The Mets 5 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. Take a look here at the standings and leaderboard after June 17th. And the Phillies are still a game up on the Pirates. The Expos are a game back. The Cubbies 2.5 games back. The Mets 12.5 games back on a 4-game losing streak. And the Cardinals 13 games back. And out west, the Giants remain 2 games up on the Dodgers. The Astros and Padres are 4 games back. The Reds are 7.5 out. And the Lonely Braves holding everybody up 15.5 games back. And Jack Clark's leading the National League with a .347 batting average. George Foster, 15 homers and 56 RBIs to lead the National League. I don't play it normally, Aaron, not with this. Yeah, I'm not getting cards out of every team and fooling with it. Yeah. We'll just go from the All-Star break to the next game. Jim Barr leading the National League with a 1.64 ERA. Steve Rogers with 11 wins, and now you got Doug in Raleigh with 11 saves on the year, leading the National League. George is leading in the MVP, and Steve Rogers leading in the Cy Young. And the next game on the channel will be the final game of this 3-game series. Can the Braves get a win here in Pittsburgh? Will the Pirates sweep them and leave town with a sweep? See what the pitching matchup looks like. It's going to be Jim Bibby going up against Hannah. Vantage Pirates. Bibby's 2-1 with a 2.67 ERA. And Preston is 3-8 with a 5.91 ERA. Yeah, George Foster's having a hell of a 78 season, ain't he? Yeah, nothing compared to Rice, though. Jim Rice is just killing the damn American League. I want to thank Aaron Reed, Ken Castro for joining us here. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. It helps the channel out and doesn't cost anything. Hit that bell for reminders. And until next time, guys, y'all have a great day and take care.